Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's the bloody AU Falcon. She's back. Look at it. It looks horrendous. It is very scarred up from last time, and it's very dirty from being out in the backyard where the gravel is, and all the rain's just flicked up, and yeah, looks pretty derelict at the moment, but here she is. Now, it's been a while since we've made AU content. Well, since the video when we drifted it. So she's looking a bit worse for wear at the moment, but we're gonna fix that and make it sound better. Now, first thing I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna run the buffer over all the marks and just see what we can get out. And over here, we have an exhaust system for it, a proper exhaust system. So you can see our side pipe here. Now our skirt's all buggered from when we hit the barrier, so it's gonna sit up. But if you have a look, our side pipe is tucked up as high as we can get it, and it's very close to the ground. And even with the back jacked up like that, which I don't like the look of, it just looks a bit odd. So I think I'm gonna get rid of the side pipes because yeah, and they're very loud, like very loud. And with the tracks cracking down all the noise limits and all stuff like that, and where you can have your exhaust and where you can't, I just went for a system that would go on a standard car, but it's a 2.5-inch cat back. It'll go from our existing cat and then out the rear. So at least having the exhaust out the rear, it won't have that. Well, people just keep messaging me. At least having it out the rear, it'll come out of the exhaust shroud here, so it'll actually look like it has an exhaust now. And the best part about it is we can drop the rear down again. So I'm gonna take another coil out of those rear springs. If anyone does have coilovers for a live axle AU, let me know, because I really want to put some in. But it was a bit floaty with the RSN being this high. Hopefully when we drop it, nice system on it. Should be good. It should sound better with the extractors and a muffler on it. So no more side pipe, but it is what it is. I haven't really done anything to it since the last event. It's just been sitting in the backyard. The front splitter is missing the middle section, so that's still at Calder Park somewhere, and the rest of it's in my patrol. I thought in this video, it'd be good to whack the new system on it and see the sound difference. So I'll start her up with this existing exhaust, which you guys have heard a million times, but start her up again just so we can get that one last note before we take the side pipe off. I am gonna be keeping this side pipe, guys, so if we ever do anything in the future, I can maybe modify it and have it maybe come up through the sill and through the skirt like a V8 supercar. But for now, we're just gonna go a nice simple system and hopefully give us a nice note with the extrackies. Now, yes, some of you eagle eye viewers will probably be wondering, what the hell is that thing over there? Don't worry about it, it's coming in another video. I'm sure all you guys watching now are Ford people anyway, so it's not gonna bother you too much. Let's listen to her again. It does sound really tough, but I do have a surprise to show you guys later after we install this, and I think you guys are going to like this one. So it's really going to liven this car up a bit, and it's definitely going to make it quicker. So I'm going to get myself set up, so we'll get the car in the air, we'll get it on some stands so it's nice and safe, and I'm going to have this system out of the packaging so we can have a look at it a bit more in depth, and show you guys what we're working with. And I can't wait to have it low again, so it just looks tough, because at the moment it looks weird with the back jacked up, but nice and low. I'm probably going to drop the front maybe another 1/2 inch, because we weren't rubbing on the guards at all. So hopefully drop it down a little bit more, and if it does rub, we'll just clearance them so it just has a bit more of an aggressive stance. Okay, so we got her up in the air on the jack, and we have a stand on the rail up there so we can still get to the side pipe. And here is our new system in front of us. So this is a 2.5 inch, so it's mandrel bent as well, which is really good. This is a DEA exhaust, so they're from Dandenong, and it's from eBay, so it was quite cheap. It was about 250 from memory, so very cheap exhaust. I know a few people that run these, and they give it a nice note with the extractors, so this should keep the Scrooty boys happy, and also it won't be deafening inside the car, so I can still talk to my passengers. So we're gonna put that in. There's all the hangers here, they go into here. I do have a broken hanger right there, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. And then there is another hanger that goes right there, so I am missing a few of the hangers, but we'll make something up to work. But the muffler will sit in that cavity right there, and the exhaust will hoop over the axle here, just like it does factory. So it should be pretty straightforward. Should be a bolt-in application, and we should have a nice exit going out through the rear skirt or the rear valance. So it should be nice and simple. So I'm going to get into removing the old side exit. It's pretty easy. We have the cat down the back there, right down the back. We just got 2 bolts holding that flange together. Our Ghetto as exhaust hanger up there, and then yeah, we just have another exhaust hanger right on the frame rail where the pipes exit out the side. And that's about it. So 3 mounting points. I'll put a link in the description of where to get one of these DEA exhausts. They're pretty widely available, and they're for like EA up to AU with live axle. Overall quality of the exhaust is actually really good. Yeah, like I said, they're mandrel bent, so you haven't got any kinks or anything. So it keeps the diameter all the way through, and a little bit of scratching from shipping, but not the end of the world. It is going to be scraped, and yeah. So another thing I'll try and do in this video is take the rear springs out and maybe give them a little bit of a half coil treatment. But the only problem is my angle grinder is on its way out. As soon as I start grinding, it just like stops. And I've had that grinder for about, since 2014. So coming on to almost 10 years. So it's done pretty well, but I just don't know if it's gonna get the job done. So I might pull one out and see if it will do it. If it doesn't, I might borrow my mate's one and we'll see. Oh, excuse me. Okay, please tell me you guys can see what the hell's going on. Oh shit, what size is it? I think it's 17. Oh, sorry guys, I'm gonna keep knocking you. Oh no, it's too big. Which side's the nut side? It's this side, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just gonna take these off. Oh God, I'm gonna keep knocking you guys, I'm really sorry. It's very hard under here to squeeze in. But yeah, this is the first flange we're gonna take off. I can't see shit. I'll have to move you out the way, I'm sorry guys. Move you back there, can you see me? Okay, I don't know why I did that face, but yeah. That's better. Oh! See, see what happens when I say, oh, it's hard to get a tripod under here because I'm gonna knock you guys over. This is why. Okay, there we go. God, that required no effort to crack that bolt. It's always the case. Why is the nut there? Okay. I bet you this is gonna be too small. Yeah, back. So you guys having a good day? Let me know in the comments. You building your cars like Daddy Mark told you to? Like Unky Mark said. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? You should loosen her up a bit. Do it all by feel. So we have flange bolts out. Now behind you is our Ghetto. As far, I'm gonna turn you guys around. Hello. This is our Ghetto mid hanger that was on the other track car, the donor car that we stole. So it's pretty much just this piece of angle iron, whatever the F it is, and 2 hose clamps holding it around that angle line there. So I'm gonna undo that and then get rid of this whole thing together. I think that hopefully that stud isn't gonna spin, but I just wanna get rid of all this shit. You see it's all loose now. It probably will be better for me to do the front hanger, so I might do that quickly now off camera, and then we'll do this one at the end. So bear with me. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Alright, so the other one's off. So if I don't hold this exhaust system, it's going to land straight on you guys. And that is my responsibility for that to not happen. So it's better to use ratchets on these because these take forever to unwind. Such a ghetto setup, but it did work. It never actually fell off at this point. It only fell off where I welded it onto the blast pipe. So kudos to this dodginess. You can actually see at the bottom here, this used to be longer. It's actually just scraped off from hitting the floor. Hey, if it works, it ain't stupid. Even though it's a smaller piece of exhaust, it still weighs a frick ton. So I actually think it's sitting on the flange behind me, so it's actually not gonna pull its weight down unless it slips, which I think it will. Well, that was annoying. Halfway through that clip, hopefully it got the rest of it, but the camera just shut off and then said repairing file, so that's great. And yes, it did land on you guys, but it popped the camera off the tripod. So I'm gonna kick it. And there we go, she's off. Let's pull it out. All right, now that I have the car jacked up and the front section sitting over the back there, I'm gonna loop this rear section over the axle. This is always fun. This is always the fun part because there's always a certain way you gotta loop them over, but as long as you got the axle drooped. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought. Oh, there's a hanger that's supposed to go up there, isn't it? Oh yeah, like there. Okay, and then there. Where's the other hanger? There. So, oh, okay, so that goes like that. Okay, so we can leave that sit. So I haven't got the hanger up right at the back, so I'll probably have to, I've got some building wire. I'll have to just use to suspend that for now. But that's not the end of the world, that's fine. I also did forget to mention it comes with new hardware, so nuts and bolts, as well as gasket and our U-bolt for the rear flange. Now this isn't a sponsored product, I did actually pay for this, but just showing how it all works, because if you guys want to get one. So let's chuck her in and hopefully it all fits up. Okay guys, so just been wrestling this thing, but we got it sitting in there just temporarily, so it's sitting a bit down. But this is the rear tailpipe into the rear muffler. I got the jack just holding it all up there. So I haven't got a exhaust hanger up here, so for now we're just using a hose clamp, and the same thing we're going to do on the one just down there. I've got it bolted into the flange up the front here. It does actually fit up pretty well. So it's bolted to the flange there. I just got to tighten them up, and then runs through to the back there where the muffler cavity is up there. So I'm just going to drop the jack down and finesse with these rear hangers, because it hasn't really got any hangers on the middle section. So that's all going to be from the tailpipe. I was going to do the rear springs today, but I'm probably going to run out of time. That's fine. And I was going to buff it, but that doesn't matter. We'll get the exhaust done today. And you probably remember in the last video when we drifted the car, we broke the diff. So at the moment, handbrake's on, so it probably won't rotate, but the welds in the diff broke, so it's single pegger. So we've got to put another diff in there. I've got a spare diff to whack in there and weld up. And it is breaking up a little bit, so I've got to get some coil packs for her, and probably just put new plugs and leads and all that shit in it as well, just keep it happy. We'll do that in the next video as well. So I'll finish up this exhaust, and don't worry, because we still have a surprise to show you guys at the end, and I can't wait to show you. Can't wait to start her up and see how she sounds with this system on it. It's so quiet. I can't wait to hear the sound it makes. Let it warm up for a bit and we'll go. Alright, she's warm now. How's she sound like? That sounds so much better. Oh my god. That sounds so much better. Alright guys, car is on the ground. You guys heard it. Sounds so much better, so much smoother. And it's not too bad off the ground, height-wise. Muffler's sitting a little low, but I'll probably tuck that up a little bit higher. Sits nice out the back now. Having an actual pipe looks so much better in that shroud, so it complements the Tickford kit that's fallen apart. But I think now I'm just gonna take it for a little spin and just see how it sounds under load. You can probably hear in the video it's still breaking up under hard throttle, so definitely got to fix the coils or whatever's carrying on. So I'm gonna take it for a little spin, and then we'll come back and I'll show you guys the surprise that I've been keeping a good secret. Unless you've been watching me on Instagram, you know everything. Oh, well, it's been a while. Oh, I can smell the paint burning off. You know what would be great in this car, guys? If I had the freaking keys. Yeah, it's rattling a bit. There's that hanger on the back which is touching the spare tyre. Oh god, that noise is horrible. There's the hanger's touching the spare tyre holder, so probably gonna put a bit of rubber on there. It's a bit rattly down low, but track card's alright. That sounds really good. Actually sounds really good. Fuck, I haven't driven this car in ages, guys. It's a bit rattly, but the sound's really good. Oh, I'm gonna back it. Let's see how it sounds. God, that sounds so much better. Oh, I actually love it. It's almost got that 1J sound to it. All right, the rattle I can fix because I know where it's touching. I just got to put some rubber over that hanger. It's just touching the spare wheel carrier, or the wheel well in the boot. So that sounds so good. Apart from the rattle, I don't know if you guys can hear, but it's burbling and that sounds really good. Still breaking up a little bit, but that sounds mint. I love it. What a difference a system makes. Now this is only a 2.5 inch system, so it's good for NA. But I'm probably going to have to upgrade it soon. But I'll get home and explain to you guys what's going on. I'm really excited. I'm actually happy now. Fix the diff, fix the brake up, put a hydro in it, and let's go again. Okay guys, so I fixed the exhaust rattle. I just had to tighten up the rear clamp on the hanger, and that fixed that rattle. It was just rattling up on the frame rail here. So it's sitting much nicer at the back there. It looks so much better. It sounds so much better. It should sound nice on the track when she's opened up. So I know you guys are probably waiting. What is the surprise, Mark? And a lot of you on my Snapchat story will know. So I'll open the bonnet and show you what's in store for the future. It's actually been ages since I've driven this. Good to give it a run. Battery's still fully charged, which is good. So yeah, I definitely got to drop the front a little bit, and then the rear's going to slam down. It's going to look so good when she's back on the ground. Now, you're probably asking me, Marky, what's this? What's going on here? Let me show you. What do you reckon, guys? That one a little bit better? Ta-da! So I want to give a huge shout out to Max Speeding Rods for sending me out their G45 Turbo. This is going to be for the AU, of course, and this thing is a monster. It doesn't look like it on camera, but this thing is absolutely huge. Now, it's a billet shaft and turbo, and it's a twin scroll as well. So if you have a look at the back, I have already opened it and had a look at it and stuff, but so yeah, twin scroll, oil fed only, billet shaft, ready to go. So I'm so excited. Now I'll go get my R33 turbo and I'll show you a comparison on this size. So if we come to my shelving over here, oh Jesus Christmas, God, this is nearly just as heavy as a G45. So this is a 33 turbo, stock 33 turbo, and that's the G45. What a difference. So this is gonna go in there somewhere, and it's going to send the Intech head through the roof into the stratosphere. So I've been wanting to boost this thing for a long time, guys, and a few people I know run these turbos on different sorts of applications. So being a 4 litre, I think it should be fine. Just put head studs in it, gasket. So for now, we're going to run a few events NA still, because I just want to get a feel of a car, get used to the setup before we start going more power. And then obviously we're gonna have to get another gearbox, stuff like that. Yeah, Max Speed reached out to me and said, hey, do you need a turbo for anything? And I said, my AU drift car, what do you got? And yeah, this was the best in their range, G45 replica, and this is going to be more than enough for the AU. So huge thank you to Max Speed and Rods for sending me this out. I'll put a link in the description where to get one of these, as well as use my code. I'll put it on the screen, Mark180SX, and you get 10% off store-wide. Help support people that support the channel. Massive thanks to them for sending me this thing out. I can't freaking wait. Let's sit it in the engine bay and get a bit of a G up of how it's going to look. Jesus Christ, it's huge. I can't wait to make a nice J-pipe manifold that for it, and I'll get one made up and then nice dump and crossover, and oh, I can't freaking wait with a big front mount. It's gonna look so fat. A nice front mount hanging out the front here. Might have to cut the bar up and yeah, or get a different front bar, but we'll see where we go. So fingers crossed we can get this to all fit, and Bob's your uncle. Just have a look at that. That's going to look so sick. I want to do this really cleanly, guys, too. I want this to be a nice, simple engine bay. Really simplify it. Have a nice fuel rail, just all stuff like that, and just make it nice piping and that coming to the front mount, routing all nicely. And obviously, the simpler it is, the easier it is to maintain at the track. We're only going to be having oil lines too, not having to worry about coolant feed or anything like that. Looks insane. And yeah, coming to the side here, I really got to fix this damage in this side skirt, so I might do that a little bit later. And yeah, I'm really happy with the exhaust. Sounds really good for the price. You know, it's a bolt-in application, and this looks really complete at the back here with the tailpipe now. So I could put the blasties on there, but I think that just they're a little bit too long because the pipe sort of has to go around the spare wheel well. So it's not a problem, not a big issue. Another thing we're going to do as well in the next episode, try and find someone to do. I'm going to do side intrusion bars. So I've got to have some bars to come off the cage, come down to the floor here to the sides, because for scrutineering now, the AASA want us to have mandatory side intrusions, and we have to get our cages logbooked now, which is fantastic. So yeah, definitely have to sort that out. Hopefully we can get them done soon so I can still take you guys out in the track, which is the main reason why I love doing Friday night drifts, because I can share the experience with you guys. Once she's boosted, it's going to be nuts. So even on low boost, like this G45 might be a bit laggy, but so at least it'll keep my wheel speed up in third. Like one of my buddies is running about 240 kilowatts with a decent turbo setup in a completely stock 300,000 K Fairmont motor, and it's still going, done multiple events, still going strong. So at least with this thing, I like to do head studs and gasket just to keep it a bit more happy and not feed it too much boost, and just see how it responds. I can't wait to hear how it sounds, and I might put a screamer through the bonnet. I want to do a vented bonnet on this one. Try and find like a D-Max vent and put it into this, as well as having a screamer or something come out this side. But they're becoming more of tight asses with all the screamer rules and stuff for the track, so we'll see how that goes. But oh, I'm so excited, guys. I'm gonna stop ranting because I hate doing it. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the car, of course. And massive thank you to Max Speeding Rods for setting me out this beast over here. It's huge. It's massive. And you look at this little 33 turbo here. Does not do justice. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Next video will be tinkering much more with it, and get back on the track as soon as possible, because I want some more seat time before the end of the year and before we start building this thing into a monster. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Go out there and build your cars and have fun doing it, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.